Hey guys, welcome back to another Gw2 PVP video. This one's going to be a Holosmith. This is actually a build that I did a couple seasons ago, probably more than a couple seasons ago. Someone by the name of Sean or Andre, either or. Anyway, saw one of my older videos and commented on it saying it looks like a fun kind of build, it's different from the meta, which it is quite different from the meta at that time. And I was wondering if I could release the build video for that. I don't actually have that video anymore, so I can't really, well, I have the video. I don't have that build anymore, it's changed over the seasons. So I went through the video again and kind of remade that build based on what I think it was. And then I tried it again. I tried a lot. So I figured I'd tinker with it a little bit to make it a little bit better for this season. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. After I finish doing this video here, I'm going to have one match where I'm going to commentate over it, just so you guys can kind of gauge if you like the play based on it. After that recording, I actually played an additional 3 matches just to make sure it wasn't luck. I won 2 of them and I lost 1 of them. So give or take, it seems to be a pretty good build. I think I'm silver 1. I'm just starting off the PvP season this time around. Anyway, enjoy the video. Alright, so starting things off, we have the tools. We have optimized activation using a tool belt skill, grants vigor. Next up, we have reactive lenses, activating lesser utility goggles when blinded or disabled. Gadget, breakout of stun, gaining fury and immunity to blindness. This skill is unique per game mode, so it gives me fury and it gives me immunity to blindness, and it breaks my stun. So if someone stuns me, I break out of it and I can't be blinded. And it gives me fury, which is good. Next up, we have mechanized deployment. Your tool belt skills gain reduced recharge, meaning I'll be able to use everything on my tool belt there even more, which is excellent in battle. Next up, it says revealed, but the other one is actually a controlled analysis. Basically, I analyze a disabled foe, which I'll be disabling a lot of people anyway, and it applies 10 vulnerability for 8 seconds, meaning 10% more damage to them as long as they're vulnerable, which is excellent because I'm just going to be selling them a lot anyway. Next up is excessive energy, deal more damage while under the effects of vigor, which is excellent because we're applying a lot of it to ourselves. And last for tools, we have kinetic battery. Gain kinetic charges when you use a tool belt skill. At maximum charges, gain a burst of speed. So essentially, whenever I use one of my top there on my top bar, I gain a charge, and then it bursts and gives me quickness and super speed, which gives me boons. Back at it. Next up is alchemy. We have invigorating speed. When you gain swiftness, you also gain vigor. So, as you can see, last time in the last buff, we got speed every time we use the tool belt, which will now also give us vigor, which will in turn give us more damage. Oh, can't forget about this one. Hidden Flask. Drink elixir B while struck below the health threshold, which is 75%. When you drink the elixir B, you gain fury, might, retaliation, and swiftness. Swiftness will give us vigor, and vigor will give us more damage again. Oh, it's actually a lesser elixir, just like this one here is. So this one here is called Transmute. Drink elixir C when your conditions meet the threshold of 3, basically. So it converts your conditions into boons, which again, boons are good for us. And next up, we have emergency elixir. Drink elixir E when you are struck below the health threshold. The health threshold is 33%. So elixir E basically grant barrier and protection. You get 3000 barrier and protection for 4 seconds basically. Now here's where all the boons are going to come in handy. We've got compounding chemicals. Heal yourself when you grant yourself a boon. Gain increased concentration. So basically healing 37 every time we do a boon, and the attribute adjust is 240, which means 240 contribution. I think that's what attribute adjust means. And last on this line we have HGH. Elixirs gain reduced recharge and increased durations and grant might, which is excellent. So the more elixirs you do, the more boons we get, and the faster the recharge, and we get might off of it too, which is yet another boon to heal us. Moving down to Holosmith, we have Photon Projector. Photon Forge replaces your elite tool belt skill, gain access to exceeded skills. Basically, reaching the heat maximum results in self-damaging, so don't get overheated and you won't die. Yeah, it's basically normal stuff. You can read over if you want. I don't want to read over that huge thing. Next, we have Prismatic Converter, I think. Deactivate Photon Forge converts conditions into boons based on your heat level. So the higher your heat, the more conditions you're done. I think bonus heat, so it's up over 50, an extra 2 are added on, and which is excellent because boons heal us. And boons are nice anyway. Next up, we have Heat Therapy. Gain health per unit of heat lost. This trait does not function while cooling due to an overheat. So essentially what happens is if you leave Photon Forge, you're going to heal every time your heat goes down. But if you overheat, it's not going to do that. Next up we have Crystal Configuration Eclipse. Chronoburst grants stability on each attack and creates a barrier for each target struck. So basically it gives, per hit, it gives 374 barrier, so if you hit a lot of people, that's a lot of barrier. And it gives stability, which is more boons that heals us, and it's stability, so you don't fall over when someone tries to control you. Next up we have Lesser's Edge. While Photon Forge is active, your outgoing damage is increased by your current heat level. So the longer you're in heat, the better. So maximum damage increase is 15%. So I guess that's towards the end of your heat level before you overheat. And last but not least, well actually yeah it is least. Anyway, last we have Thermal Release Valve. Dodge rolling vents heat as an attack against nearby foes. So dodging or damage nearby foes and apply conditions to them, lose heat. This attack activates therapy if you have not overheated. So essentially, while you get out of Photon Forge, you dodge and it vents out your heat faster, it heals you a little bit because of the therapy, and it also applies burning and damages people around you. And once again, more boons, it's better. Alright, and moving on up to our skills, we have the Healing Turret, you can read up on that one, and Elixir U. Drink Elixir U, gaining quickness, stability, and vigor. All things we love. So basically, quickness, stability, vigor, might, it's everything we need. Because vigor gives us healing and all the other boons give us healing. It's just amazing. And vigor gives us more damage. Then we have Hard Light Arena. I think I switched this one out later on in the video, you'll see, but anyway, I'll just read it off anyway. So, Hard Light Arena, Exceeded. Create a holographic arena that grants you boons, which heals you, while inside of it. While activated above the heat threshold, the radius and duration are increased. And allies gain boons at reduced duration, which is excellent. So you get boons, they get boons, you get healed, you get boons. It's boons. And then we got Elixir S. Drink Elixir S to shrink yourself, recover from stun and evade attacks, and you gain might because it is an elixir. And the duration is also increased. So essentially you're getting boons, you get small and become invincible so no one can attack you, and you can just run away as a tiny little mouse. Followed up by Prime Light Beam, Exceeded. Charge up and fire an explosive beam of light in front of you. When activated above the heat threshold, this attack leaves behind a burning holographic field. Essentially this one just does lots of damage and it's a knockback. There are other ones you could probably place in here, but I like this one. You can read over your tool belt skills. They're pretty much set in stone. They're essentially, one's healing, one gives you more boons, the other one draws in people and gets them stuck on you, and you throw the other one to stuff to get away from things. Anyway, moving on to the trait and stuff. By traits, I mean runes and amulets, of course. Duh. Anyway, so we got Rune of Sanctuary. Vitality, boon duration, vitality, boon duration, vitality. Gain a barrier while health is equal to 20% of any heals you receive. Essentially, that gives you barrier. Oh, so that gives you barrier at a certain point. Wait, what? Grant a barrier with health equal to 20% of any heals received. So I'm guessing what's going on here is if you get to a certain health threshold that it's not mentioning, because it's stupid, if you get damaged, you'll receive 20% more to any healing that you're getting barrier equivalent to 20% of any heals you receive, which is good in a group fight. And we are running the Demolisher's Amulet, which gives us power, precision, toughness, and ferocity, as you can see on screen there. I didn't go over the sigils because, I don't know, I'm stupid or I was tired or something. Anyway, you can look them up based on the picture there. It's pretty simple. Anyway, moving on into the gameplay. Alright, so starting off, I immediately changed something. So I'm changing to Spectrum Shield. Exceeded basically breaks stun effects and create a holographic shell that reduces incoming damage. This skill recharges faster while above the heat threshold. Essentially, this gives me 50% less incoming damage, which is amazing because I don't like taking damage. Alright, once we get that set, I'm just going to run around and dance around for a little bit while we wait for someone over there in the top right, not to mention any names, specifically because I don't actually remember what they are. Anyway, I'm going to dance around for a little bit. I love this guy. He's just a little tiny guy in a little raincoat. He's great. Anyway, so we're going to run around for like 20 seconds because this guy's changing his build or something weird. Come on. Any second now. He's going to hit yes. Like a good boy. Yes? No, he's going to wait it out. There's always one. Why is there always one? Anyway, continuing on, I'm immediately going to go into Holo mode, and I'm going to use the Holo Leap, which is going to give everyone around me and me swiftness, because that's what you need at the start. You need swiftness. It's always good to give your teammates swiftness too. So, Holo mode at 2, Holo mode, Leap, which is our skill 2. Just going to give swiftness. I'm going to continue that up to make everyone move in there. And it's also going to build us heat, which is good because for us we do more damage with heat because of all the boons we get when everything's overheated. So I'm going to start off, pop all my shields and everything to give me lots of boons. I wasted that probably. Anyway, I'm just going to go through and stun lock them using the net and the skill 4, which will shoot them and knock them over. And this guy's like horrifying me, so I'm going to jump up here, and I'm going to place down my healing turret up here, I believe. There we go, because this is a cool little spot. Essentially just stun lock them. Essentially what you're going to need to do is use skill 3 while you're in Holo mode, and skill 5. 3 will give you stability, which is a boon that gives you a little bit of healing, and then 5 is going to stun them, and then you use skill 4. I don't remember the names of them, I'm sorry. I don't like there's a lot of names for them. One day I'll remember them all, but anyway. Skill 4 is like a shooting thing. It gives you more damage. Like Ranger 2, I think. Anyway, deal lots of damage, get lots of boons for things, heal things. That's essentially what this is. But make sure you stick with your teammates, because people can kill you pretty easily if they get you in a stun lock or something like that. This build's pretty good. I overheat because I'm dumb and I'm not paying attention. The idea is not to overheat because it locks off your tool belt. But I did fine anyway, because I've got the thermal vent, I think. Anyway, skill Holo 2 again, just for speed. I do it into a wall because I'm dumb. Going after this guy here. I love this part. This is the part I'm thinking of. So I do my boons, and then I prime light him just to knock him over, and then I do that to knock him over again. Deal a bunch of damage, do my stability up, and then I just shoot him down. I get down a lot. Oh no, this isn't the spot. This is where I die. Damn. There's one part that's amazing coming up. Anyway, so I die. Probably my fault. I was spam clicking everything because I was scared, because it's a scourge is scary. Scary scourge. Anyway. Now this guy comes in and they're just going to stand at arm's length and just like cast on each other. Not even moving in or anything. Anyway, I'm going to go join him now. Or no, I'm going to check on him. Just to make sure. Which I should have noticed he was almost dead by then anyway. So there, he's at full health and he's down. I should not be going over here, but I do anyway. So now I turn. My other guy's leaving, so I'm like, okay, well I guess I want to stay here. Here's what I'm thinking. This is the cool part. So I use that there and it doesn't work. So now I'm just going to sit here and auto shoot him. Just to rot the body a little bit. Keep him alive so that he's not helping someone else somewhere else. But then this guy comes in and he's just like, oh, I'm going to help you. I'm going to save him. Instead of coming after me. So I prime light beam him, knock him down. I use skill 4 on the gun to knock him down. Skill 5 in hollow mode to knock him down again. Oh, and I just destroy him and his friend. And that'll teach them to not attack me while their friend is down. And now, I'm just going to rot his body. And he's probably going to be all pissed off because he can't reach me. I'm out of reach of him because he's a warrior. And he can only throw a certain far, but my range is farther. And then I leave him for the last 3%. Gain it, and I leave. I take my bow. Anyway, once again, Holo 2. Move around. You'll get used to all these different things as you go. I'd suggest going into practice, essentially, and just continue things, learn how things work. I still don't even know the names of them. Anyway, so we're back in stun locking people and gaining lots of boons doing it. I'm going to push him off the side there in the middle of his attack because I don't like him. He's down, and now I've got this other guy to deal with who's rezzing him. This is a necromancer, I guess. I use the Illustrator S to try and stomp him, but he gets the res. So I'm back out here, and I'm going to use the prime light beam to knock him over, and then I'm going to stun lock him a little bit more, and I'm going to use the net to hold him down. No, I'm not. I'm going to jump and squish him, and net to hold him. But of course, he has stability, and I'm taking a lot of pressure. So hollow mode, gain a little bit of speed, gain a little bit of healing, stick my healing turret up, stun lock him, destroy him. Gain some stability, and of course auto him down. Auto attack actually does quite a bit of damage in this build. I find it quite useful because it doesn't generate a lot of heat, but it does do quite a bit of damage. So if you're waiting for a skill down to knock them down, instead of using the leap on them over and over again, just auto attack the heck out of them. So now I'm going to go up here because I saw someone coming over and I know that he might need help. So I'm going to come out here. We've got warrior versus necromancer versus yep, we've also got a warrior here. We got 2 warriors. Well, no worries, we can take care of him. I got them both down, and now I'm gonna use Elixir S so they can't stun me, and I'm gonna res, and then I'm gonna stomp and kill. Oh, he's the necromancer, so he's just gonna run down a ton of stuff. That's weird, there's like 2 of them there. Anyway, moving on, he's fine over there by himself. I'm gonna walk into this delicious, awesome bush here. And then I'm going to use Holo Leap 2 to move around. Alright. Moving up to mid, there's a lot going on here, so I got to start stunning people. Go like that to move things out of the way. They've got a downstate body they'll most likely end up killing. Although I do manage to get them down. Holy crap, I actually did. Me and my friend, I guess, not just me. We get him down, but the other guy's over there, so I'm going to stomp on him. Boom. And I am really running low because once again I overheated. I really need to learn how to manage my overheat while looking at the skill bars, because once you go overheat you actually start taking damage. I have a couple things in place that give me boons to help with that, but it can kill you. I've died many times for it. So anyway, I'm going up here in my little spot just to scope out what's going on, and then there's a guy over there who's just standing there. So we're going to go out here and fight him. I attempted to stun lock him, but it didn't work, so I just used the net instead, push him down. Then here comes a necromancer, so I'm going to knock him over, and I'm going to stomp on him, deal some more damage. And he's going to fear me, but that's okay. Oh, he actually managed to get me out of that. He's got a lot of minions running around. Now we're going to use the skill 5, just to stun him. Come on, you use the skill 5, or not. I guess I didn't. Push them away. So that there's a cool thing too. If they're downstate, you can use rifle 4 to push the downstate body. So this guy was starting to res him, and I used that to push the body, which canceled his res. And then I used Elixir S to stomp him, meaning he couldn't actually like stun lock me anymore, because in Elixir S you are invisible or invincible. So I stun lock him and I kill him and he's dead, my friend. And there's a hunter's pet over here, which means there's a hunter. So I'm gonna shoot a net at him, but he dodged, figures, and I get stuck in this thing. Deal some damage to him, and he's gonna run away. He's gonna stick his pet on us and run away. And would you look at that? An entire, what is this? 20 minutes for one build. And this past little bit has just been me ranting. I'm pretty sure none of it made sense to you. Essentially, I'm just yelling skills at you that don't even have names for me. Anyway, we win. It was a snowball win. We won. We totally won that one. I didn't get any tops. At the end of the other two matches, I got top damage, top defense, and I think top kills in one of them. So I got 3 in one and 2 in the other. Anyway, that's the build. Thank you for watching.